almost jumps back in time 10, 15 seconds. Let's hit live. There we go. Hey everyone, Imran Web Squadron. It is Wednesday, and I'm telling you now, if you're in the UK, you must be as cold as me, because it is cold, right? It is proper cold, and my fingers are freezing. I might need to go and get my gloves in a moment. Hope you're all okay. Been a bit of a weird morning, two potential clients. One of them, I've said we might need to have a consultation discovery call meeting to fully understand what they want. Another one, it's a slightly, hey Gary as well. It's a slightly funny conversation really, because in fact I'll wait for more people to arrive. I'll wait for more people to arrive. Otherwise, a lot of you will probably miss out on what I want to talk about here as well. And if anyone is watching on replay, don't forget to hit live. But it has, hey AF, I'm okay. How are you? It's been a very varied morning this morning. Recorded a quick 10-minute video on discovery calls, and I've edited it. I've recorded and edited. Just need it to download, and then I can stick it onto YouTube. 2 client meetings. No. Client email where I want to do a discovery call with them, and it's up to them if they want to go ahead or not. And then another meeting. Hey George, you liar, you've really been waiting. Hey Pavel, hope you're okay. And then I had a call with a client. It was a funny situation actually, because this client approached us in January 2021. Hey Taho Kangas, January 2021. And then they went quiet. Well, they had stuff going on in their life, so they didn't pursue what they wanted to do. And now they've come back, and it's literally like, what? I mean, what's that? Like 23 months? Nearly 24 months, in fact, since we last spoke to this person, January 2021. Are you kidding, George? You've been here for 21 minutes. Hey Andre, cloudy in South Africa. AF, can you please explain how to make 6-column gallery images? You would just use the gallery widget, AF, and then you would set your columns like that. You would just use the happy hump day. Hump day? Hey Mia. Yeah, so welcome everyone to the Innuendo Uranus Ask Me Anything WordPress Ass Kicking live chat. So let me tell you about this client who approached us in 2021. We built a website for their friend, so they were referred to us, which is good. In January 2021, we were talking, and then the conversation stopped because she had stuff going on in her life, and I respected that. And I said, yeah, don't worry, I will not chase you up. Anyway, nearly 24 months later, she's come back to us. What she did let out in the conversation, though, that she was working with someone else, but the website, the brand, nothing's really working to what she wants to achieve. And I found out a bit more about what is she doing, and what does she want and all of that, and was it still the same as what we discussed in January 21. I remember a lot about my clients, let me tell you that. I do remember. Hump day, I get it. Middle of the week, I get it. And obviously she wants like a website where she can do courses, live Zoom classes, scheduling, booking, you pay for the booking. Then she wants it all to automate into like MailerLite, newsletters and all of that. And I was like, yeah, okay. That will need a bit of investigation to make sure we get the right system, a pre-built system or something else. Make sure it's all working fine. And when I said to her, but what is your budget? In fact, no, let me go back a step. Hey D, let me go back a step. I said to her, the stuff you're going to need is your domain, which you've got, and your hosting. And she went, yeah, that's sorted. And I said, who are you hosting with? And she said, her friend for free has put her website and domain on his private server. He's got a little bit of space on his server and he's put it for free. And I said to her, right, first thing you're going to do before you go any further with any other web designer is get it put onto a proper server, a company server. Because I said to her, If your friend falls out with you, or your friend wants to charge money, or your friend can see your website's doing really well, or your website is now getting hammered with hits, you're getting 1,000 visits a day. He's put your website because he had a little bit of space on his server. But that's because you've not even got a website up and running. The minute you start getting hits, the minute you start using up his bandwidth and storage space and inodes and all of this, he ain't going to like it. Get your website and your domain put onto a proper server. And if your friend gets funny with you, say to them, yeah, but what happens if you die? What happens if you fall dead? What if the server breaks or destroys? You need a more global solution that's going to keep you covered and have a support team in place. Anyway, wanted to get that off. Say that. So then I said to them, what is your budget? What is your budget? And here's what she said to me. What do you think she said she wanted her website to be built for? Remember, it's a WordPress website. It's going to have WooCommerce. It's going to have Zoom. It's going to have Calendly, appointment booking system. It's going to integrate over to MailerLite. So the minute you buy, it all links into groups, newsletters go out, Zoom classes that she does in Zoom, and then they automatically appear, and membership and all of that. How much do you think she wanted to have all of that built for? What prices are you going to throw at me? By the way, don't forget to hit like. Massively important for the algorithm. She actually does kind of know the rates because she's inquired a few times with other people as well. So she has a very good idea of the rates. You're actually lower. So she was going for £500, which when you convert into US dollars is about, I'm going to be completely wrong here now, but I think it's about $600, I think. About $600, I think. So £500 she wanted it built for. And I said to her, a basic website, a one-page website from us with none of the extra stuff would start at $920. WooCommerce, we go up. Appointment booking system, we go up. You now want to integrate to your MailerLite and all of that as well, so it's all slick. It goes up. So I said to her, look, I could cut you a deal. And come in at 3,500. A rough guess. It could be a little bit more, a little bit less, because I need to work out what's the best solution for you. And that isn't even including SEO. That isn't including your SEO, your keywords and all of that. So I could come in at 3,500 and I could literally hear her voice kind of go, what? What? And then I said to her, look, I could, if I want, give you a 1 day of my time. So you pay $920 and we get you set up. But then it's for you to build out your shop. It's for you to build out extra bits here and there. It's for you to, hey, I wasn't far off, was I, Gary? I said $600. I wasn't far off. We would then tell you, you would then have to go away and sort out your own integration and whatevers. But we could get it set up with your branding, your look, get the right plugins in. From the performance side, get the right tools in, but then you have to work through it yourself or with someone else. Hey, Jal, great to have you. So I'm not going to bend over and do a really low price just because their budget is small. I'll go, no, I'll tell you what, we'll meet you halfway, but we'll only give you a day of our time and then that's it. And I did say to her, you will find loads of people out there that will do everything you want within your budget. You want all of this for £500. There will be people out there that will do it. But if anyone ever says to you, yeah, we can do it. And I said to her, look, take this as advice from me, okay? Because we're not working together yet. We might still do in the future. Who knows? But right now I'm telling you, go and find other people. I told her, go and find other people. And they're going to say, we can do it for you. We can do it for you. And with the minute they say that, ask them what you're going to use. Find out if they can name the tools they're going to use. Some of them might not want to tell you, but find out. Don't fall into the trap. It's what I call the Fiverr trap, right? I call it the Fiverr trap, right? Fiverr. Hey, yeah, we can do it. No problem. We can do it. Yeah. We can do it for your budget. No, they can't. They don't even know what they're going to use. They've never even done it before. They have no idea. But you will get into a contract, you will pay for something, and you're not going to get jack. So I said to her, you know, after this call, don't wait on me. Go and find other people. And if they say they can do it for £500, find out what tools they're using. Probe them a little bit. Do they actually know what they're talking about? Because I said to her, I would still have to go away and research and have a think about the best tools and solution of how to implement it. But I'm giving you a ballpark figure of £3,500, which I know is way out of your budget range. But you got to think about, what are you trying to aim to reach? This is your full-time business. This is her full-time business. And you now want to start selling courses, and you're going to sell 6-month courses, and you're going to have weekly Zoom meetings where you interact with the audience and you do stuff. There's yoga, meditation, you know, loads of that stuff. This is your business. What is this worth to you? Don't do a shit job that affects the productivity and the scalability and growth and professionalism of your website. Hey Brian, great to have you here. Jow said, hey, I'm glad you like the feel of the thumbnails. The thumbnails, I mean, in fact, I'll show you, Jow. The thumbnails are actually done in Canva. Here we go. Look, so these are all done in Canva. These are built in Canva when I build them. All of these images, right? You know, these are just images, right? They're just images. And if I go to my uploads folder, here we go. Look, see all these images I got from Imagine AI. So I might go, you know what? We're going to use this image instead, right? We'll use this image. And what you do is you strip away the background of the image. You then add in some whatever image background you want to do and wording and all of that. And I just build them in Canva. That's probably going to take about 30 seconds, usually. D, talking SEO, keywords weren't really I wouldn't put a competitor name if I was you. I would think outside the box, and I would say, D, here we go, look. So look, there we now have the image, and then I could, if I want to get rid of that, stick that in there, you know, like that. You know, I could do something like that, and then say center back, so we get that like that, and there we go. Boom. We have a different image, and then our background color and basically shit like that. Okay, back to D. Rather than putting in the competitor name, look at the keywords they're ranking for. So don't just put in, how did I cartoonize it? Okay, yes, so this is how we did it. I did a video on this, though. If you go look at my channel, okay, I did a video on this. So here we go. Imagine AI. Let me get the link for you. There we go. Right, so let me get the link. There we go. There's the link for it. I hope you've seen the video we put out today. Did you see the video that we put out today? About, where was it? Which video was it? What was the video we put out today? Mega Menu. That was it. We did a video today on Mega Menu with containers. Because I've done a video on Mega Menu with sections and columns, right? That one's been out ages, and we redid it again 3 months ago. Now we've put out a Mega Menu video today on Flexbox containers. You just got to think a little bit differently. It's the same code. That's what's cool. It's the same code. Exactly the same code. But you just got to think a little bit differently with the containers. So go watch that video, okay? Okay, D, right. So here's what. So can I recommend you please go and watch this video? I'm going to give you a video, D, and this is what you need to use, okay? It's called SEMrush, but you need to use what I recommend in this video, because this is going to tell you how to find out the keywords that website is ranking for. Right, so you need to watch this video. I cannot stress enough, you got to watch this video, all right? And I'm not saying it because I just want you to watch it, which is partly the truth as well. But you need to watch this, right? Because everything I show you in here, you can do for free. Loads of stuff you can do for free. And here's the beauty. It will even email you every week a report on your website, your competitor's website, your other competitor's website, whatever. You can do that, right? You can get an email and it's going to tell you where do you rank for these words. What are your competitors ranking for as well? So you gotta do it. Okay, you gotta do it. Gary, word through. What's this? Word through web design. These words are 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know something? Pavel. No problem, mate. I'm glad it helped you. Yeah. So what I would say, yeah. Thank you very much, Pavel. So what I'm gonna say, yeah, is those keywords are absolutely saturated. What you've got to do is nicheify the word. So Gary makes a really good point. So if you build websites for dentists, your keyword needs to be dentistry web design, dentistry websites, dentist websites. Okay. If you do equestrian, whatever it's called, equestrian websites, right? Pornographic websites, erotic, whatever you want, right? Uranus, right? Innuendo, whatever you want to call it, okay? Try and nicheify your words a little bit. Yeah, and by the way, if you haven't watched the Rank Math tutorial, you really should watch it, mainly because of the settings. I had to think hard about it when I did it. And also, the last 28 minutes of that video are me applying keywords to our website as it was at that point in time. So you should go and watch that because it's real. It's real and it starts to get you to think differently about how you build things. Yeah, do you know what? Do you know something, Zhao? There's a lot of people. So some people, when I've posted that video, have come back to me either on Facebook or privately and said, yeah, but you could use a plugin. Why do you need to use a code? And they're missing my point. With a little bit of code, and it's not even big code, is it, Zhao? It's not even big code. With a little bit of code, don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. With a little bit of code, you can create your own bespoke mega menu. And here's the beauty. It will be completely bespoke. When you use a plugin, you're restricted to what the plugin allows you to do, right? Oh, it can only be this big, or you can't have that many items, or you can only do this, or whatever. You're a little bit restricted. With this code, you can do what you want. You can have a full page mega menu. You can have a partial mega menu that's only half a page. You can, flipping heck, you can do what you want. You can put your subscription form in there. You can put your shop. You could, if you want, and this is where you got to think out the box now, right? And this is quite clever thinking. You could have a one-page website. You could have a one-page website, right? And it says shop, and you hover over shop, and it's literally there as part of your header menu, which is a bit like a pop-up off-canvas menu as well, I suppose, But it's not a pop-up because it's now inside. It's there, right? Just think of the possibilities of stuff you could do when you start to think differently like that. Absolutely. Gary makes really good points there about the saturation. Absolutely agree with Gary and Zhao. And this is the point I made to someone today on the Facebook Elementor Witch plugin. If anyone goes to Elementor Witch plugin, in fact, shall I show you it? And by the way, I'm not picking faults with this person. Okay, I'm just going to show you though that I think they missed the point of what I was trying to say. So look, let me just show you, all right. Boop. Here we go, right? So I posted it in the Elementor Witch plugin page. Hey, look, get your mega menu, Flexbox container, no extra plugin. Hey, Phil. Hey, I hope you're all right. We're just talking about clients, SEO, and mega menu with Flexbox container. And this person says you could use unlimited add-ons or whatever it's called for Elementor. Does it perfectly. And what I said was yes, but you don't need that. You can save yourself the plugin. And they kind of missed a point. They've missed the point about why I'm saying you don't need a plugin. How many of you have loaded a plugin just to get the mega menu to work? How many of you have done that? Just for the mega menu, you've gone and loaded a whole plugin in, or you've gone and done something funky, very complicated, JavaScripting as well. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Just dump in this code and away you go. D, do you have a website review in the home page on this chat? My site is ready. Right, D. What you need to do, D. Okay, can you see my email address, which is right here? Can you see my email address? Can you email your website URL? Can you email your website URL over here, please? Email there, and we'll have a quick look at your website. If you're happy for us to do it online. If you're happy for us to do it online. If you want a private, more detailed inspection, we do charge for that. There's a separate charge, and then I would look at your page speed performance and other stuff as well. But if it's just a visual homepage assessment, we can do that live right now. Absolutely. Do you know what? Brian is absolutely true. So many businesses, I say to them, are you on Google My Business or Google Business Profile? And they go, oh, no, I ain't done that. I'm like, you're missing a trick. It's one of the surefire ways to get yourself onto page 1 for free. Did you know that? Do you know how you can get websites, not all the time, but most of the time, onto page 1 on Google with Google Business Profile? You could do that. And that's what you want to do. That's what you got to do. You can do that. So, like I said, one of these clients, I've basically says, look, we need to set up a discovery call if we are going to go any further with any other discussions about. This is basically the jelly bean person. So yesterday, a lot of you probably saw me talking about the jelly bean theme. You know, where they had a theme and they want to use Elementor, and I'm like, you can't use Elementor, it's stuck. And now they're like, oh, I never realized that the theme, I couldn't do it with Elementor. And it's like, duh. You know, it kind of tells you when you're buying it that this is all built with the block editor kind of thing. Hey, Stacy, hope you're all right. So D, are you happy for me to do this live? Are you happy for me to put your website on live? Because I won't do it unless you're okay with it. So I'm just going to wait for you to say yes, and then I'll stick it on live. Jow, I was using an expensive plugin for just Mega Menu. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? And when you look, Jow, at what this... I mean, have you seen how ridiculously small this code is? And you can now create your mega menu to look how you want. Of course, when you move on to mobile, the mega menu goes a little bit out the window. Now you might as well just build a separate off-canvas pop-up menu. And don't have it too crazy. Mega menus on the mobile are a big, big mistake. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Yep, okay, right. Okay, D, we're going to go live with your website then, okay? Right, okay, let's go live with D's website. Okay, we're going live with D's website, everyone. Let's get it on. Boop. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is just refresh the page. Let's just see what happens when we refresh the page. That was pretty smooth and quick. I mean, the great thing is, though, is that she has got this image. You can see the image almost there, the fallback before it kicks in, and I think that works fine. I think that works okay. By the way, Phil, I just got your email. Not opened it yet. Okay, not opened it yet. The logo does feel big. I would shrink it down a bit, but if you want to have it that big, go with it. The only reason I'm saying it feels big is because if I look at your page right now, okay, it feels like, I don't know, 20, 40, 60. That, I mean, that's like what? 20, it's like 20 odd percent, more than 20% of your screen is just your header. So I would shrink that down. Yeah, thanks, Phil. I will look at what you sent, by the way, as well. Yeah, so I would shrink the logo down in height a tiny bit, but that's just my prophetic voice. Order seedlings, we got a call to action over there. Changing the way the world grows food, learn about Tower Garden, and you got a call to action there. So it kind of works. It kind of works. And quite nicely, though, the wording is still readable, even though you've got what I would say is a bright video. But because you've dulled it down with an overlay, I think you've got an overlay there. It works. It works okay. It works pretty well. Let me just push that up there a bit. So let's go down. Okay, I'm just double checking something. Right, okay, so you see here, let me come on to it in a moment. Let me just double check what you've done here. Right, can you see here where you got our family and we got a gap over here? You got a gap over here. You need a gap here, right? And I'm not sure about what we do being white and then this is in grey. I feel like there's a jump. We have a jump going on here with... So we have what we do in white, no space, and then it goes, boom, hits the grey. So I would say, if I was going to do this, I would probably say have this in grey as well. Either have it all in white or have it all in grey. And I would just... then the spacing here won't be so bad. At the minute, it's like that. Sorry, the camera, you hit the grey. If you make it one colour, it won't be so bad. I would increase the gap here, though. This gap is about... what do we got there? What do we got? Looks like about 50. Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's about, I don't know, 55, 60. Maybe it's 60, right? I would increase that to actually go... I would actually go down to 100. I would make that 100, right? I would make that 100 and push it down. I would also make this bold. Can you make this weightier? I feel like it's a bit... Actually, you know what? I'm just looking at this again now. This needs to be weightier. And this needs to be weightier as well. That needs to be weightier. That definitely needs to be weightier. I feel like it feels a little bit thin. Just a little bit thin there. The gap, I think we can get away with the gap there. Just check they're in line. Yes, they are. I would have 100 pixel gap here. And then I would also ensure that you've got like 100 here and 100, just so you have, because you got a jump in color, you see. The jump in color you have to keep with the gaps. Our family, it's okay. If I'm really honest, can I just say something, everyone? I'm not a fan of these brush shape dividers. I see them all the time. And I would say, unless you really need... I mean, then again, though, yours does kind of fit with your logo. So maybe I need to be a little bit... However, let me just contradict myself, okay? You could get away with it. But here's why I'm going to tell you don't do it. You've got hard border at the top, header. Hard border here. And then we go to curly. So it's like either you have curly, or hard. Because that now feels like a bit of a boom. And then we go back to hard over here again. So I'm one of those where I'm like, if you're going to do a slant like that, a tilt, you got to do the tilt. You got to you can twist it, but you got to have the tilt and then continue the tilt, even if you switch it. But it's got to be the tilt, right? But I would say that when you do hard, and then we go boom, it feels like, was that a mistake or an afterthought? Or was that meant to change? So I would tweak that. Get rid of that white there. Look, you got the image right. Get rid of that. You got 100 there. That's fine. Get rid of that white space. No need for that white space. You can ditch that. What our customers say, right? Now, what we do, you've got that in the middle. Our family is centralized as well to the text. Our mission is centralized. What our customers say now needs to be centralized as well, because you're gone center, and then you're gone left. An image mask, right? An image mask. Very quickly, I'm just going to jump over here just to explain. An image mask is, say you get a shape of a heart. You get it in black. It must be black, transparent background. when you add in an image, you apply an image mask, and it's a setting in Elementor Advanced tab, and it will now put the image inside the heart. It will now put the image inside a heart. Right, okay, let's go back over here. So what our customers say needs to be in the middle, because otherwise it just breaks the pattern of what you're doing. And it would look better as well. Our mission, boom. What our customers say, get that title in the middle. Even here, look, join our newsletter. Right, now, for join our newsletter, the borders on the left and right don't work for me. Either you have grey going across the top and bottom to frame this, or you get rid of that left and right. You get rid of that left or right, or you frame it and have some grey at the top and grey at the bottom, because at the moment it's not. It's like it's like we've gone from having like breathing space to now letterboxed in. Hey Pez, hope you're okay. Hope you're all right. Brian makes a good point as well about maybe using a different colour to pop these buttons a bit as well. Get in touch. Ooh, hold on. Okay, you've got some animation here, right? You've got some animation here with the get in touch. See that? Get rid of that. You haven't used it anywhere else. You haven't used that anywhere else. Get rid of it. I wouldn't have that. It feels like a gimmick that you don't need to gimmick with. I'd get rid of that. I'm not sure what this is. This looks to me like blog posts. So you might want to put a note in here, read our posts or something like that. But it is a really good start. I think, right, you're on the right, you know, I mean, of course, look, you know, your spacing here, 100 pixels here, make that 100, you know, keep it consistent, 100 there, 100 there. Oh, no, actually get rid of that white. All right, there's no need for this here. 100 here, 100 there. Frame this or make it full width. I think full width would look better. I wouldn't have the grey. I would just make it full width so it feels like a full, like, boom. Nice parallax effect. You know, 100 there. Get rid of that white. Get rid of that shape divider. Sort out, you know, decide on how much space you're going to have. 100 there, 100 there, 100 here. And weight. I would shrink this down, actually, to be about... Where's my thing? Yes, I would make your logo, which is currently about, I don't know, 86, 85 high. I would actually shrink it down to be about something like that. I would shrink it down. Because when you shrink it down, right? When you shrink it down, there's a lot here and a lot there that's going to shrink it down. Because at the moment, it's taking up quite a big chunk of your page there. Especially how, like, as you scroll down, look, it's always there at the top. It's eating into your page estate quite a bit, I think. More than it really needs to. But yeah, that is what I will say. D, did that help? D, did that help? I hope it helped. I hope it helps, D. And well done for being brave and letting us do that, okay? But I hope that helped. I hope it helped. Okay. I hope that helped. And Brian makes some good points as well about... In fact, Brian makes a really good point there. You know, get seeds. You know, I'm not a fan of words like contact me, get in touch. I feel like it's overdone. You know, and I think Brian makes a good point. Get my quote or something like that. Right, Dave. So Dave has asked a really good question. So can I find out? And by the way, there's a reason I'm asking you. How many of you have entered the Elementor show-off competition, where I think the prize is like an iPad, a trip to Thailand, Uranus inspection. You get to travel to the planet Uranus and get inspected. Or colon irrigation or whatever. How many of you actually... No, but well done, D. The thing is, D, even as a first website, you're on the right page. I mean, we know you're on the right page because we were on the homepage. We know that. But what I mean is, it wasn't for the industry this is built for. You're not far off. Hey, Graham, you're not far off. So it's like weightier, a bit of, changes here and there, your logo, sorting out your spacing. You're not far off, which is so much better than some websites where I'm like, whoa, you hear a banner, wrong. Your image is wrong. I mean, there were pictures of people. I want to make this really good point here, okay? I really want to point this out, okay? Right? We have people, hands, faces. There's people here, right? There's people. Look at this, our family. Look at this, people. Hey, Mark, you've humanized the website. And that's the problem with a lot of web design websites I see in portfolios. There's no human entity. There's no life, right? Bring the life in. So I think you're on the right page. And I think well done, credit to you for being brave. And I hope the comments helped us as well. So who here has entered the Elemental Show-Off competition? Who here has entered it? Who's entered it? Who here? Yeah, and I mean, I would also I'm looking at it now. And I would actually say that you don't have to always use that color blue for your heading. So where you've got like here, where you got our family, that could just be in like a charcoal color. You don't have to keep using the blue everywhere to do it. Even here, even down here, you could just use a gray color. Just to, yeah. So who here has entered the Elemental competition? Because I can tell you now, they've had over 4,000 entries. I can tell you now, they've had over 4,000 entries. I don't know why I did that, because I might have what if I hit the microphone with my mouth and then I had blood everywhere? Over 4,000. How many of you entered? Exactly what Brian says, D, and I think well done, right? For your first site, you're not far off. And I think that shows that hopefully some of the videos, the tips and things we talk about generally, and hopefully you've spotted whenever we're doing site reviews and how we always go on and on about, the way it looks and all that and stuff like that. I think I don't know if the entry is still open. I think entry is closed. I think entry is closed now, but they've had over 4,000. And here's why I'm asking you. Here's why I'm asking you if any of you have done it. I will not be doing any favors. I will be very objective. Of that 4,000, it's going to be wilted down. Is that even the right word? It's going to be wilted down to about 36. The 4,000... I think it's less than that. Oh, no, is it 60? No, it's 60. Sorry, not 36. You're right. Sorry, I was wrong. It's 60. It's going to go from, let me get this right. It's going to 4,000 down to 60. I think I've got my numbers wrong. No, I think it's 60. Right? Do you know who's judging the competition? Do you know who's judging the competition? When it goes from 4,000 to 60, do you know who's going to be making the decisions over which websites win from each category? Do you know who's making those decisions? Do you know? Do you care? Do you care at all? Not really. D. No, I'm really glad. No, and I'm glad. To be honest, D. Hey, Interpret. And to be honest, D. I'm really glad that you're part of the Web Squadron community. You're a Squadron member. Okay, you're part of the Web Squadron community. I hope that you're always liking our videos. I hope that you will one day participate in our mastery modules if ever you want to think differently about your business or your marketing or anything like that. But you're doing well, okay? And I'm really glad that what we're putting out there is making an impact. I cannot stress enough, okay, how much I love it sometimes at night when I review sometimes some of the messages and I think back to, there's always bad messages, there's always nasty messages, and I don't engage with them now or whatever. But when I know that something we've done has helped someone out, it's wonderful, okay? It's a wonderful feeling. And I feel like it's a bit like this website, right? They care about the seeds, planting the environment, growing things. When they know someone loves what they're doing, it's a lovely, warm feeling. Okay, back to my question. Who here has entered the competition? And do you know who's judging it? Do you know who's judging it? There's 3 people judging it. I know this because I was talking to Elemental people about this and their categories. Do you know who's judging the competition? Do you want to know? I'm not going to tell you if you don't want to know, by the way. I'm not going to tell you. I know who's judging the competition. I'm not going to tell you, but I know who's judging those 60 entries for those categories where you win a trip to Thailand. I think there's an iPad and something like that. I know who's judging it. Okay, I'm going to give you the 3 names, and it's not Paul. It's not Paul. Paul's not doing it. Paul's not doing it. Do you want to know the 3 names? Do you want to know the 3 names? You got to hit yes if you want to know the 3 names. I shouldn't do that because it shakes my camera, doesn't it? Does my camera shake? It does shake a bit. Right, okay. Hey, Shaveen. Right, okay, here we go. Here's the 3 names. Name number 1, Daryl Wilson. Daryl Wilson. Do you know who Daryl Wilson is? You all know who Daryl Wilson is, right? You know Daryl Wilson? He does Elemental videos and stuff. Daryl Wilson is judge number 1. Judge number 1. Who is judge number 2? Reno from Living with Pixels. Reno from Living with Pixels is judge number 2. And judge number 3 is me. I'm judge number 3. So the 3 judges are Daryl Wilson, Reno, and me. I feel like I've made it. I don't know, maybe I've not made it. In fact, I've got to review 60 odd websites, which, oh God, as if I haven't got enough on. And I've also got to do a presentation as well. And this is all happening on December the 21st. It's not 30. No, it's Daryl Wilson, Reno, and me. So, yay. But now I've got work to do. I don't win anything either. By the way, can I just make something clear here? Can I make something clear? I am not paid. Yeah, Brian. I am not, Brian. I'm not paid for it. I don't get anything back for it. I don't get a trip to Thailand or anything for it. I get nothing for it, guys. I get nothing. All right, but now I've got to blooming review websites. And it's quite and it's going to be about the presentation, the flow, how it looks, how it works. Does it satisfy the brief? So if it's been entered for a certain category, does it relate to that? Do I get the feeling? Would I use it? Am I engaged? All of that. And I am going to be really, really objective. If I find out that any one of those websites is created by any of you, I will not let that cloud my mind. I will not let it cloud my mind. I will be doing it very objectively. And if any of you have entered and you made it to the final 60 people, the 60, I hope you come good. If not, it's not just me making a decision, but it's going to be, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. To be honest though, right, we're in December. We've got a couple of clients. We've got another one who should start this week if they get their act together. We've got other things to do as well. And it's Christmas, so there's stuff to do there as well. And then, I don't know about you, but sometimes when you're having to judge other competitions and stuff, that's a lot of time you got to give up. And I'm very busy. Do you know something, Phil? I, I I don't know what they're going to do with those templates. However, I just feel like they probably are going to do that. Mark, we are not opening that can of worms. We are not opening that can of worms, Mark. That one was just a disaster. Off topic, Jow. I can sense how busy you are by the thickness of your beard. Oh, mate, I've just been lazy. I've just been a bit lazy. So, on average, a lot of you, okay. I like to, in the evenings, I'm usually sat in front of the TV now, catching up on stuff. But I'll have my MacBook on my, I've got like a lap tray. Then I'll be there watching TV, and I'll still be working and doing stuff. On average. Interpret, we're still that's still to be finalised on how it's going to be judged and all of that. What time on average do you guys go sleep? On average, and if you go sleep late because you're doing stuff with your family, that's different. But for those of you who are working late on websites or stuff, on average, what time do you have a cutoff each day? What time do you go, right, 4 p.m, no more. 6 p.m, no more. Midnight, no more. What point? Yeah, take care, Mark. Oh, yeah, by the way, Mark, I've been in touch with the previous accountants, okay, and they're going to get the stuff sent over. It was a bit weird. They were like, oh, yeah, we'll send it over. And it was like, well, you should have sent it last week. But anyway, I've spoken to them. Wow, Interpret, 2 a.m, Graham, midnight, Phil, 11. I'm usually about 1 a.m-ish. I'm always getting close to 1 a.m. So when I wake up in the morning, or my son wakes me up, oh, Dad, get out of bed, mate. Yeah, come on, get up. Or whatever. I'm usually quite shattered in the morning, so sometimes I've been a bit lazy with trimming at the moment. It's just stubble. Just lots of stubble at the moment. Yeah, Zhao, take care. Yeah, thanks for being here, by the way, contributing as well. What time do I get up? Oh, okay, so it averages between 6:30 and 7. 6:30 and 7. So sometimes I might only get just over 5 hours sleep. Sometimes 6. And I do feel it. I'm telling you now, I do feel it. But I gotta, take my son to get ready, get up and all that. I shower every day. I have my showers. Get my son to school, get back, get on with stuff. Then I'll go pick him up later on as well. Lots and lots to do. Lots to do. And you always got to make time to catch up. It's time with your family, catch up on stuff as well. But evening time, once my son is asleep, usually from about 8:30 onwards, I'll be then working in front of the TV and all of that. Yeah. And it does catch up on you, right? It does catch up on you, yeah? The later you get, you shouldn't do that. I mean, I do say to people, don't do that. Don't work late. Feel energized in the morning. Don't overdo it. But if I'm honest, there's always bits and pieces. There's always stuff, right? When I wake up in the morning, like, I'm going through my phone, right? I'm going through all my notifications and stuff, right? So let me tell you now, these are the notifications that have already come through while I've been on this live chat, okay? And when I wake up in the morning, I go through all the YouTube messages and comments. When I go through all the Twitter, the Facebook, the email, the LinkedIn, so I know, right, I'm clear, right? I know what's going on or what needs to be dealt with. I drop my son off at school. I come back. It's then clogged up again. And throughout the day, I'm having to check. When I try not to look at my phone when I'm spending time, my son and all that, and we're eating and all of that. And then I pick the phone up and it's like, flipping heck. Like, don't you people just go to sleep? So you're always kind of like on the go a little bit. And you could, if you want, just leave things. You could, if you want, go, no, I'm not going to look at it. But let me tell you now, in the digital world, if a client is interested If there's someone who might want a bit of work or help, you got to get in. My ethos is I've got to get in on it. Because if I don't, they'll just go elsewhere. And you're going to miss out on something. So you got to kind of just keep... Like Verdi, I've got a meeting with Verdi set up for tomorrow. I've got a meeting... Oh, by the way, the Elemental Meetup group, which is based in Germany, Bertu runs it. I'm joining their Elemental Germany group. I don't even speak German, so I hope no one asks me any questions in German, because I'll just say Auf Wiedersehen, or Guten Tag. But I'm joining that, so I've got to schedule stuff as well, and clients, and things just build up all the time. Yeah, I'm a bit like that, D. It's great when... I mean, right now, there's no one in the house, which is why it's great when I do the live chats, because they probably think I'm mad talking in my room. Hey Andrew, sorry I didn't say hi to you, I just noticed your name there. 55 to the days of hands springing out of bed. Oh yeah, Brian, you know what? I think in a couple of years I'll be joining you with, right, forget this, I'm just staying in bed. I'm staying in bed. Abdullah, do you host different websites on one hosting plan or each website has its own? Right. I now say to my clients, get your own hosting, and I advise them where to go and where not to go. Right? We used to host websites on a SiteGround server, but now we still have some on there. But now I say to any client, go and get your own. Here's where you need to go. You're not paying us a penny. You're not paying us a middleman. Nope. Here's where you go. All right? Because you're going to get good customer service. You're going to get staging site. You're going to get SSL. You're going to get whatever's you need. Your email service. Everything flows fine. If we need to jump in, we know that server. We know that provider. We know what we need to do with them, right? But if you go and use someone like Liquid Web or GoDaddy or anyone else that is shit, you're going to have to pay us to sort out your problem, because we are not managing your host provider. I'm out of that game with hostings and stuff like that. For those of you that are really good at it, of course you're going to want to do it, but I'm out of that, because you know what? It's just not worth the hassle. It's so not worth the hassle. Oh dear Brian, you won't be in a facility by then. We'll come and visit you. In fact, even if you're in a facility and you're drooling, as long as they turn your chair to the wall or the monitor and I'm on live chat, you'll sit there like drooling with satisfaction. For the Uranus show. D, I'm desperate to get on top of my email, like 5,000. Whoa! Really? D? What do you mean you get 100 emails a day? What are these emails you're getting? Hold up. What, like customer emails, or are we what are we talking about here? You get 100 emails a day. Are these customers or spam or subscribed, like newsletters you need to unscribe to? What's going on here? When you say 100 websites, D, where? What are they? You're not a porn star, are you? No, but where are these 100 coming from? You see that? As soon as I said that, I bet everyone was like, what? Was that? What did you say? That's what I'm wondering, Michael. Is it spam? Do you need to unsubscribe from a lot of lists and stuff from previous newsletters? Wow, D. Wow, that's a lot of business then, potentially. That's actually pretty impressive. That's what I would call a... Hey, Shabir, I forgot you were there. That's pretty impressive. And are they just inquiries or are they orders? I would like to think they're orders, and I would like to think that you're doing super, super well at the moment. By the way, don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. It's great and it's important for the YouTube algorithm and in helping people to find the Web Squadron channel, engage and interact, and hopefully sharing the love of everything we do. Ooh, Brian. Ooh. 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 Can I just say something? And I don't like to get political on our live chats. And I'm really, really fed up of like the constant Prince Harry and Meghan Markle going on. Do you know what? I don't want to get involved in whether they are right or wrong, but I'm just fed up. Right. They're everywhere at the minute, and I have a sneaky feeling that I don't believe everything they say. I just want to put that out there, but I am still going to watch the Netflix show tomorrow because it's like you can't help but watch it. But I'm really fed up of like the whole bull. And it's turning into a right circus from both sides. Anyway, yeah. What would my porn star name be? Don't know. Everything. Tax, customers, order confirmation, inquiry, spam, newsletters, subscribe. Oh my goodness, D. I think, D, what you should do is what I have to do every day. I get an email and I'm like, oh yeah, unsubscribe. Nah, unsubscribe. Don't remember signing up for that. Unsubscribe. Why are you even contacting me? Unsubscribe. Just do it, all right? Just get rid of it. You know, just ditch out a lot of the stuff that you have coming in for your attention that you don't really need. He did, Gary. He did. But what I find quite hypocritical is how he did that to get away from the attention, but he's actually bringing more attention onto himself. Do you know what I mean? He is, I just find it so contradictory. And I don't want to get political here, but you leave to get away from the attention, but you bring the attention. How does that work? And it's being done for money, and I don't believe half of it. And anyway, look, let's not get into it, everyone. Right, boom, cut off. Yep, so Elemental 3.9 came out yesterday, and Elemental 3.9 now has the WooCommerce loop builder available for all of you. And you can still use custom fields. However, I have, however, said to Elemental, right, that, and this is real, by the way, the loop builder for your posts, great. The WooCommerce, which was coming out with 3.9, great. But what we really need is a proper post filter inside. We also need a proper WooCommerce product and category filter where you can use custom fields and stuff like that as well. That's what we need. All of this extra stuff, brilliant. Love it. You know, we're all happy. We're all loving like the extra nice little goodies and toys we're getting, right? We're loving it. We like it. Okay, we like it. But what we now need, is a WooCommerce product filter system. That's what we need because Bricks have got it. I don't know what Breakdance's got because I can't be arsed with that shit anymore. But we need a proper, get those in, right? So that we don't have to use JetSmart Filter. We don't have to use Filter Everything or Everything Filter or whatever the filter's called. You know, Revelasi, whatever they call themselves now. That is what we need, right? You're giving us the loop builder now. We got the WooCommerce. Wow, this is good. This is evolution. But give us the post filter, the product filter, the category filter. Give us that. And it works with custom field. Can you imagine? Because the minute you do that, hey Sam, great to have you here. The minute you do that, you can start building directory websites without having to go over third party. Shaveen, I've looked at Divi, but I don't use Divi. You know, I don't really use Divi. Hey, Brian's just said, tell mum we all said hi. What the hell's going on here? Hold on a second. Brian has just said to Sam White, tell mum we all said hi. Have I just walked into like a family drama show? What's going on here? Brian has just said to Sam, tell mum we all said hi. Do you know what? I was wondering Is George going to jump in at this point? And George does not fail. George has dived in. Yeah, George is a big Divi user. But yeah. Pez, I'm so sick of emails. I could spend an entire day. Yeah, do you know what, Pez? Do you know what? The amount of times I keep deleting or unsubscribing from a lot of them. Yeah. I'm always delete. I'm going to try and get my passport redone later on today. I think. I really do need to get my passport sorted out. It expired 8 years ago. My passport expired 8 years ago and I just have not got around to renewing it. I think I'm going to have a few issues when they ask me why I'm renewing it. I go, I just felt like it, innit? I just felt like doing it. Okay, I'm going to pretend that Sam and Brian know each other outside of the live chat now. Yeah, I mean, Shaveen, I do like Elemental. I still like using Elemental, but I also like Bricks as well, so... I would always say that it's okay to use different builders and always go for the ones that resonate with how you want to build things. And they work for you. You understand what you can do, what you can't do, especially when you're handing over to a client as well as clients as well. Just checking some of the comments that are coming in. I mean, I've got a few emails that have come in. One from a client. I'm just going to read it to say what he says. He goes, what? What? I don't understand this. So client, if I send them a link to the article, will they be able to post a link on their website? What? If I send them a link to the article, will they be able to post it? Right, so one of my clients, okay, he's got a directory website. Someone has written a post and he's going to let them have access to put the post in WordPress. And I've said there's a risk to that. Either you must be very sure of what they can and can't do on your website, or they give you the post and you manually add it yourself. And then he's come back and says, will they be able to post the link on their website? Well, of course they can. Of course they can. Because it's a link. It's a post page. Sometimes I do wonder about people. I really do. Because they confuse me. Yeah, I know, George. The minute we say Divi, anytime we say Divi, I bet when we say Divi, right, George just literally throws his monitor onto the ground and goes, yes, I use Divi. Phil, yeah, I've got to get my passport renewed. Yeah, I mean, do you know something, right? I used to do a lot of rules in Outlook as well, and in the end I gave up with it. The way he's written it, I had to read it 4 times before I go, right, he means if he puts the article on his website, can they share the link? It's like, yeah, because you'd give them the link. Brain explosion, right? Well, Phil, I don't even manage this client's website, by the way. We were managing it, and then they were like, oh, it's too much money, I can't do it. It's like, that's fine. You can manage it yourself. So we don't even manage it. So I'm not going to do any extra stuff with them because they're not going to pay for it, basically. And we even advised them on how to do the keywords for their posts, and they've not listened at all. They're literally just putting in the same keywords for every post. And I've said to them, you're getting a message here that says the same keyword. You can't keep doing that. Stop putting in your name. No one is going to search for your name, right? I'm not going to say what his name is, but it's Michael something. No one is going to search for your name if your website is about restaurants and reviewing food in a certain part of America. No one's going to search for that, okay? No one's going to search for your name because they don't really know you. You're not really out there on social media a lot either, because I've had a look. Stop putting in your name as a key flipping word. Why do people do that? If you're famous and people know you, little bit different, but they don't. I want to swear, but they don't. I'm going to swear. I'm going to put the mic on. I'm going to put the mute on. Right there, let it out, my sister. I had to let it out. All right, I had to let it out, okay? Oh, wow. Do you know something? I quite like what Mia's put there. The awkward comment from client. Do you know what? I like this, Mia. I like this. I like this. I'm worried, though, my email box is going to fill up. Like, I'll get like 1,000 emails now. However, I do like this. Awkward comments from clients. We should start that from tomorrow. So anyone got an awkward client from a comment? Brian, that would take all day. You're probably right, mate. It probably would take all day. Oh, man. I mean, the thing is, though, Sam, you would think, right, that this person who's in their 30s, I find that such a dodgy question. Would they be able to share the link on their website? Why? Yes. What would make you think you could not share a link on another website? What the? What are they doing? Oh, man. Yeah, but you know what? I do like the idea. I do like the... to be honest, Mia, I think we'll say, right, so let's just take... So, here we go. So what we're going to do is... here we go. Let's just put it out here, right? So let's say email info at websquadron.uk, right, with the subject, client comments. There we go. Client comments. There we go. If you put the word client comment in, let's see what they say. Hold on. Brian used to work with adult websites. Those comments were not good. I can just imagine. I bet half the people on this live chat right now were probably the people commenting as well, Brian. You're probably going, oh yeah, I remember George and Sam. Oh yeah, and Mia. Yeah, you used to comment a lot as well, Mia. No, but Mia, I like it. I think it's a great idea. And if anyone wants to do it, I would love to do it. It's a bit like, you know, like points of view. And you go, right. It's like you're like this, isn't it? You go, oh, yes. You like this. And we've received this letter. You know, and all that. We review and talk about it. It's quite it's quite famous, right? Okay, everyone, we have been live for 1 hour, 7 minutes, and I'm going to give you all the 2-minute warning now. We've not had as many people viewing today's live chat, which is a bit disappointing, but as long as you're all hitting like, that's the important thing. But we are ending in 2 minutes. George, they would not like my opinion. But yeah, 2 minutes before we cut off, and I need to just jump on my bike and I need to work through some of the questions that have come through here. 2 I really need to look at in a bit more detail, and later on tonight I need to go and sort out my passport renewal kind of thing. Wow, Gary, what? Do you know something? When we started the live chats, we started off really serious. You know, let's talk about WordPress. Let's talk about how to spell Elementor backwards. And we've descended into Planet Uranus, innuendo. Now we're talking about cam girls and porn star stuff with Brian and Visual, Gary. Yeah, Andrew, I believe you are going to get snow up north in Scotland. I don't think we are. I mean, I have to say, do you know something? You know when it snows, it's nice. But then when it settles and it's icy and slushy and slippery, then I hate it. Then I really do hate it. No, really? The best site was the foot site before streaming video. Just pictures of women's feet. Really? Hold on, 12,000. That's a lot of money. Do you know something? We're all in the wrong business, aren't we? Should we all start a website? Should we call it web feet? No! Web hands. Jimmy, do you think it'd be really good, Jimmy, if we create a website where we show web designer hands? How bad are your hands? Because we spend all time. How knobbly, I said knobbly, how knobbly are your fingers? How distorted are they? What are your fingers like when you're working? Hey? What are they like? You know, what do we wear when we're building websites, hey? Are we all dressed up nicely? Are we naked? What are we wearing? Hey? The real behind the scenes of web design. Can you imagine that? You know what you could do? You could set up your camera, right? Like, you could put it on your desk like this, right? And it's recording your fingers. So on screen, all you see is this. And you'll have people salivating. Oh my God, look at that finger. Ooh, finger. And every now and again you could say, look, if you now donate £100 right now, you go like this. Without the sound effects. But you could add the sound effects. Shit, this is a great idea. We need to get this down. We need to get this idea down. The web finger. Finger web. Like Finger Mouse, which used to be a great program when I was a kid. How many of you remember Finger Mouse? We all made our Finger Mouse, didn't we? We got our cone and we made the ears and hey, Finger Mouse. Finger web. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine it'll be all over the news? And now people are getting sucked into finger web. People are losing their fingers. People are sticking their fingers into their belly buttons and going fluff. Oh man. Yeah, I love Finger Mouse as well. It was like mid-80s. No, early 80s even. 84, 85. What a time, hey. What a time. Okay, everyone, look, I've got to go now. Yeah, I'm 44, Sam. I'm 44 years old. Okay, everyone, look, I'm going to say take care. See you all soon. Back tomorrow. You're all great, okay? I just want to end today's live chat by just saying you are all great people, okay? You keep me going. I'm not working at the time when I'm doing the live chat. You keep me going. I love to know that you're all working really hard, and I just want to say, that you help me to 46. You help me to just feel alive and get on with things. And I want to just say a big thank you to everyone. The participation, when you come, when you go, all of that. It's a lovely, warm feeling. And I sincerely mean that because I don't mix a lot with friends and stuff. Like, hey, Frank, I'm about to go now, Frank. I don't get to see a lot of my friends. I'm busy with work. They're busy with their lives. We don't really do, a lot of stuff together. And a lot of what I do now is virtual online. But you guys are all what I consider family. I consider all of you extended family, okay? And I love seeing you all. So I want to just sincerely say thank you for each and every time that you come along and you make me laugh, you make me smile. You don't make me cry yet. You get me in trouble, but you let me be me. You basically let me be me, okay? And I'm being me, and I'm not fake or anything like that. Take care, everyone. See you all soon. Bye.